What's going on, RCDS Lifestyle Nation? My name is Joshua Carter, and it is a wonderful day. Uh, and I say it's a wonderful day because we're now on day 4 of full-time entrepreneurship for me, and day 4 has probably been the hardest emotional day because um, I was using my flyers, trying to go to a grocery store, trying to get some grocery stores. I went to 2 different ones actually here in Cincinnati, a Whole Foods and a Kroger, to see if I can put the flyer up on their community board, which I noticed at the Kroger they didn't have a community board, which is fine, and at the Whole Foods they did, but I mean it's like they remove everything every Friday, so you have to basically put it there between like Friday evening to Thursday. So I still got it up there, but they're gonna tear it down tonight, so I have to go back tomorrow and put another one back up there. I think that's how she told me it works. But I said all that to say this: you got to take your lumps. Right now, I'm broke. I am broke, and the feeling that I have right now is like a feeling of, like when you want to give up. But then I was talking to one of my friends who actually reached out to ask for a loan, just kind of like float me through a couple of days, like literally probably like a week, and he told me no. He's an entrepreneur himself, and the reason he told me no was because he said I have to take my lumps. He's like, look, it's literally only been day 4, and at this point, he's like, unless you were like about to get put out of your home, or your car is about to be picked up and you need your car for transportation, or your daughter literally had no food to eat today or for the next week, then I would do it. But if you just want money to hold in your pocket, what's the point of that? What's the point of even doing this if you're gonna not be willing to take the lumps that come along with it, especially so soon? He said for the next 90 to potentially 180 days, these are the feelings I'm going to be feeling. And it's so crazy to me because I'm still in that mindset of security. Like, I know I'm supposed to receive a paycheck on Friday that would pay my bills, and I would be broke on Monday. I know I was supposed to have my benefits if I had a bad headache or something, or if my daughter needed to go to the dentist or anything like that. I know I was supposed to have that coming, or have that security there. And I have to get out of that mindset. You have to walk away from security. It's like that commercial where they show, I don't know what the company is for, but it's the commercial where they show the bank robber coming in there, and the people get under the table, and there's a security guard, and he says, oh, I'm not really a security guard, I'm just a security monitor. So it's the same thing with real life. Like, when you're trying to do something and you've been relying on security for 34 years, when you go make a jump into something, it's scary. You don't know what it's like to be like, oh man, I'm broke, and I don't see funds coming in for at least another 2 weeks. I don't see where I'm going to get this money from. So walking away from that and trying to build on that is almost impossible. And that's why a lot of people don't jump into entrepreneurship, or they don't jump into it cold, or when they are working hard every day and working their butts off to get a end result, and they don't see it popping up right away, that makes it almost impossible to continue, because you want this great thing right now. And I was thinking about it as he was texting me and talking to me. I said, I've hated every job I've ever worked, literally since I was 15 years old. And I was getting paid, I had benefits, but I was taking the money, buying things that I couldn't even tell you what they are now, paying my bills. And people, we get so comfortable that as long as our bills are paid, we're okay. But we hate what we do between the hours of 9 and 5. It's a it's a struggle mentally and emotionally, because it's like, yeah, you have bills that need to be paid, but why can't we live a life where we pay our bills and we still enjoy life? We pay our bills. We can do extra things for our families. We can make sure that everybody is around us is taken care of. It's having a lifestyle that you really look forward to waking up to, whether that be you're getting paid from a career you absolutely love and the money is great and you've worked your way up that ladder to get to that point where you now have disposable income, or if you started your own thing, or if you are starting your own thing and you're working a job that you actually love, that is probably going to transition into you doing your own thing, but you're able to live. You're not costing your life to live. You're not dealing with the stress of going to work every day at a place you really don't like, a place that's not bringing out your maximum potential. And then you have to go leave work and deal with life, like bills, your kids need food, things like that. We're not conditioned to live that way. Absolutely nowhere in any form, shape, scripture, anything does it say you're supposed to wake up, hate what you do, be broke, and die. I know people who love their jobs. And it's jobs where I'm like, you actually like climbing down in sewers every day, or you actually like working at McDonald's, or you actually like working at Kroger. And the excitement that people get that I know that do this, I have a cousin who climbs down in sewers. He works for the City of Cincinnati Waterworks Division. He literally climbs down in sewers all day, every day. And every time I talk to him about it, he is so excited about what he does. Like, he don't like being off work. Every time there's a flood or something, he always signs up to work the overtime. He makes great money. He loves his schedule. He absolutely has been there since we graduated high school. So he's been there since 2002, 2003. So he's worked there for like 14 years, 13, 14 years, and absolutely positively loves what he does. And you have those people like that. He feels like his purpose in life, and he's told me this, his purpose in life is to help other people. And when people have things at their house that they need help with their water, when water main breaks at like a company or a school, he absolutely loves going there to see the person, to talk to the people, to engage the people. On top of that, he's now decided that with his extra time, he volunteers at boys and girls clubs around here in Cincinnati to talk about how people can identify with their life. And it's volunteer time. So I'm not saying that entrepreneurship is the only way to enjoy your life, because I know this guy. I know a friend of mine who I graduated from college with, who is a store manager at a Walgreens, makes good money, has a lifestyle that he enjoys. He spends the weekends with his family. They take trips. They go to games. They go to movies, plays, everything. They travel locally, and he loves what he does. He's not stressed. He gets up at 5 o'clock every morning, and he doesn't even have to be at work until 9. But he's up. He reads his Bible. He reads books. He helps his wife get the kids together. The wife gets to stay at home. And it's not the fact that, again, he's relying on security. He loves what he does. He went to school for retail management, and he loves what he does. And I've never heard him say, I gotta go to work today. No. He connected with what he thinks is his purpose. His purpose is to be able to be in this environment, and that's just his career. His bigger purpose is like being a pastor. So he's a pastor at a church in Columbus, like a youth pastor. But it doesn't affect him. Like, he doesn't look forward to like one day leaving his job at being a Walgreens store manager. If anything, he's trying to go higher and higher and higher. And then when he's ready to step away, like he told me, God will give him the sign when it's time to go. But for right now, he loves what he does. And I've never felt that feeling. I feel that feeling creating and building on my own. But the fact of the matter is, for me, financial freedom is important. Those two people I just mentioned, they have financial freedom from a job. Now, no matter what you say, there's no security at an employer, because things happen with the economy, things happen where they make cuts. So you're only safe if you're the owner of the company. And then on the other side of that as well, with entrepreneurship, if your people aren't continuing to supply and your products get bad, or you can't provide the service that you did when you started your business, you're going to have to shut your doors as well. I've known people who have jumped into entrepreneurship and their first or two or three or fourth businesses actually failed. I know someone who owned a children's toy store who he actually had to close the store after being open for 6 months. But he didn't give up there. He took his loss. The money that he did have, he was able to float himself for like 4 or 5 months. Then he ended up starting a painting company. And now he has a successful painting business down in Florida. So it's all about connecting with what is important to you, connecting with how you really want to value your life, and just connecting with something bigger than the moment. Yeah, you may be broke today, and that's a choice to decide to stay broke. Let's say you hate your job and you know making $15 an hour is not floating you. You get your paycheck, and on Friday, Saturday, you've paid all your bills, and Sunday you're trying to figure out how you're going to feed yourself. And it's not supposed to be that way. So yeah, you could go say, you know what, I'm going to look for a job that pays me great hourly. Even if I don't like the job, it pays me a great hourly wage. I'm just going to suffer because I want extra money. Or you can work your $15 an hour job during the day and work a $10 an hour job at night. And now you're just giving up all your time because you won't be able to enjoy what you're working so hard for, and that is money. So that's why I feel like if it is money for you, fine. You're never going to be happy. For me, it's quality of life, time, financial freedom, and health. I just feel like if I'm at some job working 60 hours a week that I hate, a job that I hate, and that's not bringing out the best in me, I'm killing myself. I could affect my relationship. I could affect my health. My money's not going to be right because I'm going to have to pay for therapists and everything to get me through. But at the end of the day, you have to connect with what that thing is. I know people who right now, and there's a documentary on Netflix called The Minimalists, people who right now today, literally they work and they blog and they have enough money that they can go out and buy anything they want because they make a lot of money off their blogs. But they literally live like they don't have anything. They have their nice computer, a small little space, like office space, home, whatever, cell phone. Some of them maybe don't even have a phone. And they just pour themselves into their craft. And all these things that some people look for to complete them, they don't even, because for them, what's important to them is a quality of life. And those things, endless amounts of electronics, so many TVs, you're just adding bills to your life. And it's not the way to live. So that's what we preach at RCDS. Just connect to something that's bigger than what you're looking at today. Identify with something bigger than what you're looking at today. And I feel like your life will be great. It'll be grand. And you'll love it to the point of everything. So that's it for this video. Hope you got something from it. I got something from it just by talking it. And I hope you guys have a great week. The weekend's coming. But remember, don't live for the weekend. But if you do have big plans for this weekend, some people have a long weekend. Just have a safe, good, productive holiday. And we'll see you around.